What's up guys, Devil Gamer here, and this is Battlefield Hardline Beta. Now, before we get started on this, because every time I talk positively about a game, people are thinking I'm getting paid for this shit. There is no sponsored by EA Ranku anywhere on this video or in the description, so EA is not sponsoring this video whatsoever, nor would I take money from EA because I really fucking hate their company. That being said, I was not the greatest fan of Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3. I played them because at the time it was a better shooter than Call of Duty. Frankly, Call of Duty is just a crap shooter to me. And Battlefield, even though it sucked, I sucked it up. Just because Battlefield 1942, 2142, and Battlefield 2 were such great games, I always hoped that Battlefield 3 and 4 kind of became great games like them, and I kind of was just waiting for that to happen, and it never did. It never did. It always disappointed me, but I still sucked it up because it was really one of the only shooters that I really liked. It could even stomach. That being said, I skipped the first Battlefield Hardline Beta because I really thought, oh wow, it's another Battlefield game, same shit, different day, now with cops and robbers. And it didn't really, just from the get-go, it really didn't excite me. It just didn't get me, it didn't grasp me. But I saw a lot of the coverage they were doing where they're like, give us another chance, give us a chance, try it, you have to do it. A lot of their coverage of this was just try it, give it a chance. So on this Battlefield Hardline, when it came out, when this beta came out, I decided to give it a shot, and I'm at a loss for words. It's really good. It is unbelievably good. I actually enjoy it a ton. Now, you got your normal conquest in this, which I really don't like. I just think it's a hashed up version of Battlefield 4. But you also have Heist and Hotwire. Now, Heist, this is what we're playing right now. The cops have to stop the robbers from getting money from the vault and returning it to their chopper. Now, it's kind of like a Payday 2. It kind of feels like a Payday 2 mission, honestly. And as you can see there's drops everywhere, and there's interactive things all around that you can get, like ammo, health, everything like that. But it feels like an interactive Payday 2, and you're going to be hearing me bring up a lot of Payday 2 in this, because this is what it kind of feels like. It feels like a PvP Payday 2. You have that mission there, you have the cops versus robbers. The way you unlock items is through money gains, through points and stuff like that. So it kind of feels like a Payday 2 to me, and it had that feeling to it. Going through this whole heist, I kind of felt like I was playing some weird version of Payday 2 the whole time. And I liked it. I really did. I liked it. This seemed just so much more team-oriented, and it was just great. I mean, you'll see in here there's a few clips where we're all huddled in the vault waiting for the back door to blow to drop, to take the money out. I mean, it's just that sort of team play is something that I felt like has been missing from Battlefield for a while, and this definitely is going to bring it back. And it just so reminiscent of Payday 2, and I love Payday 2. I mean, Payday 2 is a very grind-intensive game and teamwork-intensive game, but this kind of feels like a different medium of it, and I really liked it a lot. That being said, teamwork in these kind of games is asking a lot. Anybody who's played any sort of COD or any team game first-person shooter, asking for your team to be on the ball is asking a lot. So I can see where this might fail, in a sense. Trying to get everybody on the same fucking page is like herding cats. It really is. And I feel like it might be a little too team-intensive in modes like Heist. But at the same time, I can see how it might try to bring everybody together. And I can see a lot of different things opening up in this, a lot of different modes, not just from Heist, but not always just robbing banks, but there's so many different things you could do, like stealing military equipment, drugs from other cartels, all kinds of stuff. And I could really see a lot of things coming from it. Now, let's talk about my favorite mode. This is just insanity. This is called Hotwire. Now, the objective of Hotwire is there are different cars around the map. Now, to score points, you have to control that car and keep it moving. So there's at least, I think, 5 cars rolling around, and whoever has them all moving the most, gets the points. But everybody else is trying to stop, the other team's trying to stop your car, and it's just grenade launcher hanging out the window, Mad Max to the extreme, and it just feels so crazy. I mean, just the craziest moments are from this. I mean, like Chopper chasing another car, my dude trying to run over another dude. I mean, it's just insane. A car coming out of nowhere. It's just insanity, and I really feel like this is probably one of the best multiplayer game modes I've played in a long time. It's just so innovative, and it's new and it's refreshing, and I really like it. I mean, it's full tilt the whole way, and it's just crazy. I mean, I've played it non-stop. That's all I really play is Hotwire. I think it's the greatest thing. Setting up explosives on the middle of the road, waiting for cars to come by, chasing down cars, starting little convoys, you know, with all your buddies. It's just crazy. Now, as you see here, you'll get little perks. Now, those are just little bonuses given out for they're kind of like kill streaks, but not really in a sense. The hacker, who's kind of like the commander in Hardline, can actually give them out, and they're actually pretty cool. It gives you more magazines, more grenades. I mean, there's different things, faster reloads. There's a bunch of different things for it and everything, and I think it's pretty cool how that works. It's just a nice little change of pace, and it definitely can slow you down a little bit if, you know, you're actually in the middle of combat and you're like, oh, I want to get this, you know, and you stop and you try to get it out. But at the same time, I like it. It's a nice little change, and I mean, as you can see here, Hotwire is just full tilt craziness, and I think it's awesome. I really do think it's awesome. And, you know, it just kind of adds a little bit more of a map. I mean, you look at these maps, you don't really think of them as racetracks, but when you get into a mode like this, they really are racetracks, and it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And just falling off bridges and things everywhere. And even in this map, which is downtown Los Angeles, you can destroy the construction tower, and then it falls and changes the map a little bit. But that's that whole Levolution bullshit that they do, which really isn't anything special, but it's just, you know, it's a pretty cool thing. It seems like in this there's a lot more buildings to go into. There's a lot more areas, you know, tunnels, and just the maps seem a little more fluid. They seem like an easier way. But see, as you can see here, this is one of the things I don't like about Hotwire, to say the least, is it seems like everybody drives like a woman. For some reason, everybody drives like a woman. People jump out of cars for no reason. And here's one of the other capture points. This is a van, and as you can see, you can hang out the back of it and fire. And if you're wondering what that music is, that's the radio. Each of these cars has a radio, so you can change the station, listen to different songs, and, you know, just have a blast of the craziness. It's just a lot of fun, and it's just really refreshing. Like I said, I really thought this was going to be a new hashed up cops and robbers Battlefield 4. And it really surprised me. It really did. I'm actually enjoying this quite a bit, and I'm actually going to play a lot of it. I really think when Hardline comes out, I'm pretty excited to see what they have, and I really want to do a lot more. And some of these gadgets they have, like the crossbow zip line and then the grapple hook, are pretty cool. I mean, they add a new little verticality to it. I mean, you can go from rooftop to rooftop without even having to touch the ground if you set everything up right. And it's just a lot of fun. Now, a lot of the same attachments and weapons are back from Battlefield 4. You know, it just seems like a copy and paste. There's a few things. They got the reflex sight, which is actually a reflex for now, you know, for once. It actually has the fucking amber chevron, which is amazing. Not many games actually get the Trijicon reflex sight, you know, right like that. So I'm actually kind of surprised by that. But there's still, you know, the attachments, how they work is kind of weird. I mean, the way you buy stuff or do anything in game is you get cash. I mean, the points you're getting here is cash. Just think of it as like a kind of like how Payday 2 works, but this is more in real time. And you buy it from there. Once it unlocks and you can actually get this stuff, you buy it, and then that's how you get it, which is pretty cool. Now, one of the things I don't like is the addition of choppers. I don't like the helicopters. I don't think the helicopters have a place in here. Like this game mode right here, Hotwire, a lot of it just becomes the transport chopper chasing you around with its 50 cal door gunners, shooting you left and right, and just absolutely slaughtering people. And I feel like the chopper really doesn't have a place and just completely takes away from the gameplay in some sense. I know if any of you have played the beta, you probably know what I'm talking about with all these transport choppers and helicopters coming around. It just feels like that should have stayed with, you know, the Battlefield series, not the Hardline series. The helicopters really don't have a place. I really feel like it's just, you know, it's not there. You shouldn't really mess with that. That being said, I don't know how the full game is going to be. From the beta so far, I like it. I can't really judge fully on the, you know, for what the full game is going to be like, because that's not out yet. It comes out March 17th. I'm definitely going to check it out though. If you want to, give it a shot. If you're skeptical, download the beta, give it a shot, test it out. You know, it's not going to hurt you anything, doesn't cost you anything. And definitely check it out. And one of the other cool things I forgot to mention is light machine guns and rocket launchers are not in your loadouts. So you cannot load up a light machine gun or a rocket launcher and just start shooting cars randomly. You have to find them on the map, their pickups, which is really cool because I felt like, you know, game modes like Hotwire would have gotten really soured if everybody had a rocket launcher. It just would have been a clusterfuck. So I like how they did that. I really do. I thought it was pretty cool. But, yeah, there's a lot of really cool things with this. I like it. I even like how the Molotovs are blue if it's your friendly fire and you actually don't get injured for it. Pretty cool thing. I'm definitely liking Hardline. Definitely check it out. It's a really, you know, it's a really new, innovating thing. I like the way, you know, where Battlefield's heading with this. Definitely trying stuff new. I don't blame them. It's pretty cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with trying stuff new. Check it out right now. It's in the beta. Go check it out on Origins. It ain't gonna cost you a thing. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Talk to you guys later. Peace.